You're sitting there enjoying a steaming bowl of pho, when suddenly, bums, a fly lands right in your soup. Annoying, right? At that moment you think, I wish there were no flies in this world. But wait, what if all flies on Earth actually disappeared completely? Not a single one. No buzzing sounds. Would this really be as wonderful as you imagine? Before we answer this question, we need to understand just how many flies are we talking about. Scientists estimate there are about 17 quadrillion flies living on Earth at any given moment. Just how massive is this number? That means roughly 2 million flies for every person on the planet. You just saw one in your pho bowl. There are still 1,999,999 more somewhere around you. Here are some fascinating facts about flies. A single fly lives about 30 days, flies at 7 kilometers per hour, and beats its wings 200 times per second. To put that in perspective, that's 100 times faster than you can blink. Even more impressive than Olympic athletes. But numbers and speed are just the tip of the iceberg. What do flies actually do in our ecosystem? The answer might surprise you. Flies aren't just annoying pests buzzing around your food. They're actually unpaid environmental engineers. Flies decompose dead bodies and organic waste. They help recycle nutrients back into the soil. Without flies, dead animals would decompose much more slowly. The result? Bacteria and diseases would accumulate. Flies are nature's silent and tireless cleanup crew. They do the job nobody else wants to do. And that's just their cleanup role. But in the natural food chain, flies are even more important than that. In ecosystems, flies are a crucial protein source for countless other species. Spiders, birds, frogs, bats, fish, and even some insect-eating plants. If flies went extinct, what would happen? Severe food shortages would spread throughout the food chain. This wouldn't just be a problem for a few animal species. One species disappears, and many others fall like dominoes. Sparrows would starve, spiders would lack food, bats would have to find alternative food sources. The entire ecosystem would fall into imbalance. But perhaps the most important role of flies lies in a place you'd never expect, the laboratory. In laboratories around the world, fruit flies are true tiny heroes. Why? Because 60% of their genes are similar to humans. Thanks to fruit flies, we've developed cancer treatments, gained better understanding of Alzheimer's disease, conducted aging research, and even discovered the secrets of sleep. Every year, thousands of medical studies based on fruit flies are published. Without them, modern medicine would be set back decades. Before we continue, a quick question. How many eyes do flies have? A. 2. B. 100. C. 4,000. The answer is C. Compound eyes with over 4,000 tiny lenses. That's why it's so hard to swat a fly. Alright, maybe you're still thinking, forget those benefits. I still want flies to disappear. Let's see what would actually happen. You might think, great, no more flies buzzing around food, no more annoying sounds. But don't celebrate yet. Nature hates empty spaces. When flies disappear, other harmful species will quickly fill that position. Mosquitoes will increase in number due to less food competition. Cockroaches will become kings of trash. Ants will invade everywhere. Even rats will multiply because there are fewer predators. The result? Instead of being bothered by flies, you'll face an army of other insects and harmful creatures, which could be much worse. But what would happen if you actually had the ability to eliminate all flies? What would be the consequences? Suppose you're a mad genius who creates a super virus that can eliminate all flies on Earth in one night. You would cause, first, severe ecological collapse. Millions of other plant and animal species would die as a result. Second, diseases would break out when dead bodies aren't properly decomposed. Third, the complete imbalance of Earth's entire ecosystem. Not to mention, medical research would come to a standstill, and finally, you'd be recorded in history as the destroyer of the insect world and possibly the cause of many ecosystem collapses. Congratulations! You've just become an environmental supervillain. So maybe it's time we looked at flies from a different perspective. Flies can be annoying, that's true. They can irritate you when buzzing around your food. But think about this. They exist for a legitimate reason. They're an indispensable part of the complex system we call nature. Without them, the world would become a dirtier, more diseased, and more unbalanced place. Medicine would step backward. Many animal species would go extinct. So next time you see a fly buzzing around your dinner table, instead of getting angry and wanting to chase it away, take a second to whisper, "Thank you, little friend. Thank you for keeping this world running." So we have our answer. If all flies went extinct, the world wouldn't become a better place. It would become a much worse place. Sometimes, the most annoying things are the most important. What did you just learn today? Share with your friends so they know flies aren't the enemy. And don't forget to subscribe to watch the next episode. What if all foxes went extinct? Trust me, that story will make you rethink the entire ecosystem. Bye-bye.